I suppose I should say good evening, but sure, it could be any time of the day. Welcome to Upstairs at JRB's in Newbridge. And we're joined this evening, or whatever time of the day it is when you're watching this, by Megan O'Neill. Megan, can we get a small round of applause?
How's it going?
How's it going, Megan? We're still not fully opened, but we're hoping to be soon, so we only have a small little crowd in. It's the band, actually.
Crew.
So, yeah. The crew, the band and the crew, and all the minders. You have a lot of minders.
It's an entourage, actually,
Entourage.
Keith. I don't know if you've heard of one of those before, but it's the entourage down
That's
there.
how it's gotten. That's how it's gotten. How are you, Megan, and how was lockdown for you?
Yeah, I think for like everybody has had its ups and downs. You know, there was a lot of good, I suppose, rediscoveries in it for me, where I got to think about where I really wanted my career to go. And I think lots of people had those moments where they actually thought about, do I still want to do this when we reopen? And yeah, I had time to think about all that and kind of completely change where I was going sonically, which is really exciting. So some new music coming out that's quite different than what we've done before. And yeah, now it's, I suppose, the really weird getting back in, going from 0 to 90 again and getting back into it and trying to have the energy for everything you had before. But it's great to see things kind of moving.
We're starting to open up again. It's all good. Yeah, I've thought about that a lot, of how many people we'd see coming out the other side of COVID, performers, musicians, you know, tech people, sound guys, like I don't know. I was thinking, I'd seen, anecdotally, I suppose, I'd seen people selling their equipment, you know, giving up, going to work in a shop or whatever. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how it opens up and who comes back. Yeah,
it's a terrible time for like anybody in the arts. And I suppose as an artist and a songwriter, I was able to keep busy by doing loads of live streams and throwing myself way more into the songwriting world. I did loads of songwriting for other projects and other artists and for myself as well. And that kind of kept me really busy. But a lot of people who, you know, worked in crew, worked in sound, all of that kind of thing, didn't have those options. So yeah, it was an awful time for that whole world.
So we'll see how it goes, but I mean, it is positive. So we'll stay positive.
We'll stay positive.
Yeah, we'll stay positive. And so describe to me sort of how it changed then, sound-wise, from before pre-lockdown and now what you're doing. Megan O'Neill then and pre-COVID Megan O'Neill.
Pre-pan, post-pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the album's going to be called. Pre-pan and post-pan. I know. Yeah, I wanted to kind of move more into like a pop singer-songwriter world for a while. And the album that I released in March, which was Getting Comfortable with Uncertainty, I actually finished recording that album like in 2019 and then planned to bring it out early 2020 and then pandemic and pushed it back. So as much as I love that record, I've moved away from that kind of folky Americana world more into, I suppose, more pop elements coming into it, more electronic elements coming into the music. And I've wanted to go, it's a, I guess sometimes as a singer-songwriter, you can kind of be on this path and think that you have to stay there and you can't verge away from it too much because are people going to like what you do, or do you even know what you want to do? And that was the good thing for me about having a lot of time away from live touring, was I was able to sit back and be like, okay, what kind of music do I actually want to make that I'm not making for anyone else, that I'm making for me, and what do I want to say, what do I want to write about? So it just naturally developed more into that sound. And I made an EP with Richie McCourt, who's a producer based in Dublin, amazing producer and songwriter, and we just naturally went more into that pop realm. So yeah, it's different, but it's really exciting. And now we're in that phase where I have to reinvent a live set to work for new stuff, which is terrifying, but great.
So you're coming back now doing a live set as a pop performer almost.
Well, not yet. We're going to be touring this album. Ramping up, yeah, on the way.
But there must have been a sense of taking a chance and going for it, and like, as you said, deciding what do I really want, like sitting down with yourself, having that headspace, really thinking about it, you know, almost like it's almost like that point where you nearly give up, and you decide, well, if I don't give up, what would I, or if I did give up, or what would I want to do? If, you know, what would I do if I had a second chance, say, for instance? So it's that idea of taking control and doing what you want to do, and like you're getting your rewards.
Yeah, like I think as a creative person, you have to be doing stuff you're really excited about. And if you're not, then you're not going out there and performing to the best of your ability, because if you're not really excited about what you're working on and about sharing that with everybody else, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So, not that I haven't been excited about what I've done in the past, because I definitely have, but naturally as a person you grow and evolve, and I think it's mad to think somebody can start a career in one genre and never grow and evolve out of that if they want to, as they grow and evolve as a person. So yeah, that's just kind of naturally happened. And I feel like a lot of people had that moment, myself included, where you do sit back and you're like, it's kind of make or break time. Am I gonna? And nobody knew how long it was going to go on for. Is it like, is this 3 months? Is this 6 months? Here we still are. But yeah, I'm really glad that I got the time to sit back and kind of reinvent and think about where I wanted it to go.
Great, yeah. I mean, a lot of artists and bands don't get that time, that space, and they just kind of, you know, get stuck in a rut and kind of get sick of it after a while, you know. So that's not. I'm trying not to, you know, I don't want to bring it down again. I want to remain positive. I don't know why I brought that up. It's terrible. Getting comfortable with uncertainty obviously was reflecting the times, was it? The album, the name of the album?
It's funny, name, but
that was there already. It worked.
Yeah, I know.
The universe.
I've got a terrible habit of writing my future. And
you were responsible for the pandemic.
Sorry.
The Panny D was your fault.
Yeah. No, I kind of decided on that title months before, because we were all geared up for a release, you know, early pandemic. But we were joking about that being a great album title for the upcoming tour, because we were like, we'll test how comfortable you are with uncertainty. Yeah. Will you buy tickets? Because we don't know if they'll go ahead.
It's the ultimate test. If you don't pass it, you're not our friend. So then, Time in a Bottle, tell me a little bit about recording that.
So I actually recorded that with Mark Kaplan, who's down there.
Good man, Mark.
And
this was a lockdown project?
No, this was, again, I was full sure this happened in 2020.
I just want to talk about lockdown.
So
Pretend.
It's pre-pan, Keith. No, I got approached by the show because they wanted a female version of Jim Croce's Time in a Bottle. And with
this is Fireflies on Netflix.
Firefly Lane, yeah.
Firefly Lane. So it's a big deal.
Yeah. And usually, though, you get approached to do these things and you're like, sure, do it. Throw the name in a hat, and it could be me and 500 other people. So you never really put a lot of weight on those things, I suppose, those kind of pitching for briefs and stuff. But I knew if I was going to do it and I was going to smash it out of the park, I was going to do it with Mark. That rhymed, I didn't even mean that. And and I went up to Mark's place and we were like, right, how are we going to do this? It's such a beloved song for so many people. So we were going to if we were going to do it, we were going to have to do it really uniquely our own way. And so that's what we did. We kind of explored it for a while, and then I think we turned off all the lights and lit a few candles and got really romantic. And
I heard it was a one-take wonder.
One-take wonder, yeah. And then they chose it for the show, which was mad. But again, going back into the pandemic. Sorry, everybody.
Now or back in
no, now we're in it. Okay. So it was supposed to come out May 2020. So we knew about this for ages and couldn't talk about it, couldn't do anything about it. And then it eventually aired in February, which was great.
And you got to perform it then on the Late Show.
Yeah, very exciting. Yeah. It's great. Really good. Yeah.
Was Ryan good, nice to you?
He was, yeah.
Okay.
He was very complimentary and really lovely about the whole thing. We actually ended up chatting for ages.
That'll be his scene now. He remembers old songs. He only remembers old songs.
I'll remember that, so I'll do a few more of those. No, it was great. The weird thing was no audience. So you're kind of going in and everyone's in masks and, you know, there's cameras everywhere. But in a way, it was actually really nice because there was less, I suppose, pressure than there is with a live audience, and there'd been no shows for quite some time at that point. But the one thing I was really frustrated by was the fact that Dolly Parton was on that night, and if we had been there in person, would I have got to hang out with Dolly Parton?
Wow.
Probably.
And she would have seen you singing that song, and oh my God.
I know. Next time.
She'd have been more impressed with you than you were her.
I mean, I'd seriously doubt
I
it.
think she would have. I think she would have. So, can you tell me a little bit about because I know you're writing for other people. Have you songs you've written for other people coming out soon? Have you any big names, anything you can tell us about? Or is that just a little side hustle that you don't like to talk about?
Oh no, I love to talk about everything. I don't think I can say it yet because they haven't announced the songs yet.
So give us a sort of a vague idea of what. So you've written a song for somebody, they're well known, but it's not been announced yet.
There's an Irish artist, who's got a song. I think he's bringing. Oh, I said he. Sorry.
See, I knew I'd narrow it down bit by bit. Okay, thank you.
Moving swiftly on.
Every time you tell the story, I get one more bit of information.
Okay.
But there's something exciting coming soon.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's always really nice to write for other projects and other people because it's actually, you get to kind of delve into somebody else's space and write what they want rather than it being a pressure of what you want to say or what you want your story to be. So it's always really nice. And I've gotten way more into it over the last while.
Say the lockdown.
Yeah, over the over the last 2-year period, and have loved it and have loved working with other people on, their music and really different genres, different styles, and stuff for brief the same way Firefly Lane kind of was. So I'm definitely looking forward to more of that in the future.
Brilliant. And I know I could talk to you about playing Oscar parties in LA with Gavin James and all that kind of stuff. But the band are probably waiting to play now.
Nice. That was a great segue. Because,
I could talk. I could just sit here talking. I like the sound of my own voice. So I could just sit here. It's not about me. So tell me a little bit about the tour then, and where can people see you?
The tour is coming up very soon. We have Whelan's and Voodoo in Belfast and the Moat Theatre in Naas all in October, and then going over to the UK for 7 or 8 shows over there, and in Germany next week. But that's not probably relevant to people that are going to watch this. But the 3 Irish dates. Come along.
This is going to be on the internet, so anyone can watch it. Anyone all over the world.
The World Wide Web.
Yeah. But if you're watching it and you're in Newbridge, you can go to the Moat. It's only in Naas. It's only up the road. You can get the bus. It's only €1 or something. I think. Megan, thank you very much.
Thanks, Keith.
For coming to upstairs at JRB's for the summer sessions. I hope you have a good gig and enjoy it and come back to us and all that, and tell your friends.
Will do.
And I'll let you take it away. Megan O'Neill and band.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Train rolling back in, empty pockets, empty bottle of gin. I should've known better, I should've tried harder, I should've held tighter. Thoughts thrown on the track can only go forward, 'cause I'm not going back. I should've known better, I should've tried harder, I should've held tighter. Who am I to say I didn't try? I'm the one who laid it on the line. Who would I be if I didn't go? I would never know. I should've known better, This fate I brought on myself. No, I ain't gonna blame anyone now. Just gonna try harder. Gonna be honest with myself. Who am I to say I didn't try? I'm the one who laid it on the line. Who would I be if I didn't go? I would never know. I would never know. I should have known better. I should have tried harder. But I'd rather fall than not try at all. I could have played safer, but then I realized I can see the world through someone else's eyes. Oh my, oh my. Oh, hold on, it's all in my mind. Oh, hold on, it's all in my Thank you very much.